So just as a reminder, at the beginning of these, I'm gonna start things off by saying, "Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio," and then you say, "And my name is Steve," and let's have a chit chat.
Yep.
And that's our intro. Okay, you got that?
Got it.
Okay, here we go. Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
Oh, fuck.
Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
And my name is, what did you say? Antonio?
I said Antonio. Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
And my name is Steve. And let's have a chit chat.
Let's have a chit chat indeed. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome once again to my awesome father, Mr. Steve Sufi here. Thank you for being here once again.
Thank you for having me, Tone.
Yeah, of course. I am Tone. Last time you were here, what'd you say?
I'm the only one that gets to call you that.
Yeah, that's right. It's an exclusive nickname for you only.
The dad.
It is a dad thing. Last time you were here, we did a little quiz where I kind of quizzed your knowledge on Gen Z slang and sort of had you sort of make educated guesses on current day lingo that like all the kids are saying. But today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing something a little bit more grounded because I just want to have an honest to God little interview with you. About your passion for music. And I'll kind of give a little background. My dad has, as long as I've been around and many years before that, he's been very into making music, producing music, playing music, all of that, listening to music. And that's been a big part of his life. And, he's shared that with me over the years. And today I just want to kind of talk to you about that and just kind of go through sort of the history of your life with or your time with music and how that all came to be. Does that sound good?
I've been wanting to tell this story for years.
Well, here we go. This is your chance. I mean, we're going to try to cover as much as we can. We might not get every little detail, but for the most part, what'd you say?
We'll revise it.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of pieces to this puzzle, but we're going to try to go through a good amount of it. So, to start things off here, I just want to I guess just to start off, like what instruments can you play? Like what is your specialty?
Well, I would say I'm mainly a guitar player because I've been doing that for 45 years now. But about, I don't know, 17, maybe 18 years ago, I took up drums. Not real acoustic, honest to goodness drums, but they make electronic drums that simulate actual drum sounds and you still physically play them.
Right.
So I've been doing that for a while, and I think my best musical talent is my ear. So I'm able to pick up stuff. I can play little things on the keyboards, not that much, and I can sing a little bit. And so, yeah, but guitar I would say is the main thing.
That's your primary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and I guess just to kind of go, like, that's kind of the background or the introduction I wanted to give, but just like let's go to the very beginning. Like, what exactly got you initially interested in music or playing music?
Well, I started listening to music. I started getting heavily involved in music at a pretty early age, probably right when I was about 3 years old. The Beatles hit America. Yes, I'm that old, but the only piece of music I remember hearing before the Beatles was my parents had the soundtrack to this movie called West Side Story. Okay. It was a music movie with music by Leonard Bernstein. or Leonard Bernstein, whichever way you want to pronounce it. And that made a big impression on me. And I urge everybody who is a music lover to listen to that, because it's just a tremendous piece of music. But getting back to the Beatles, they were the ones, for as they were for so many people in my generation. They, as soon as the Beatles hit America, it was over for me. I was just like, wow. I was just so, I knew even at that young age that music was going to be super important to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't start playing the guitar until I was about 20.
Okay.
I wanted to play the guitar when I was younger. Like,
Uh-huh.
I always eventually going to do it, but I didn't have the discipline and the patience and all that stuff that you need when I was younger. I just wanted to run around and be a stupid kid.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I think that's not, that happens with a lot of people, you know,
Yeah.
when you're young. Yeah. The older you get, the more grounded you become, I think, or more,
I'm more serious about it now than ever.
right. For sure. Yeah. So what about the Beatles, or just in general, like the music you were hearing, like, sparked this like passion in you, or this interest in you?
Well, the Beatles started it all.
Mm.
And I don't know, there was just something about the vision of those four guys in the suits with the guitars.
Mm.
They just looked so cool. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it just looked so cool. It looked like so much fun
Mm-hmm.
to get up with three, four other guys, whatever, and make music. And soon after the Beatles was what they call the British invasion, and it was just like all these bands from England came out and pretty much dominated rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
And there was just this just unbelievable amount of talent coming out of that little island of England, and
Mm-hmm.
it just made a insane impression on me.
So would you say that the Beatles were like your biggest influence overall?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely. 100%.
And see, I think that I mean, like, it's interesting to me being from a younger generation, because I mean, I personally, the interview isn't about me, but um I have
No.
always also had a fondness for the Beatles, because you exposed me to a lot of their music growing up. But
Yeah.
I do find that a lot of people my age don't, or on average don't have as much of an appreciation for them as someone from your generation, or from around, like, that also grew up listening to them. So, but it's just interesting to me because, like, I don't know, to me it's like, how can you not respect them, like they
I belong to a bunch of music groups on Facebook,
uh-huh.
and I see younger people trashing the Beatles.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I mean, not only that they don't care for them, that they're just like, oh my God, they're so overrated and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
Mhm.
I'm just like, I'd be pulling my hair out of my head if I care.
Yeah. Well, I do think it's just because they're, I mean, frankly, I think it's just because, one, they didn't grow up with them, and two, they are kind of like an easy target because they are so well known. So and the music of today, needless to say, is so different from what it used to be, that, you know, everyone's growing up with a different impression as to like what good music is. I don't know. I mean, obviously that's subjective, but
Well, what's funny is that when I was growing up and became a teenager and all that stuff,
mm-hmm.
rock music, it was evolving, but it was still staying pretty much the same. That's kind of like dominated by guitars and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then when things started to change, I thought it was going to be that way forever.
Yeah.
And so now that kind of rock is not is barely. They have classic rock stations now where you can hear that stuff.
Yeah.
But everything's different now. You know that.
Oh yeah.
Radio's
Hmm.
different. Not the radio isn't what it used to be, and all that
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah, it's quite.
But
Times have changed.
I remember playing the Beatles for you
Oh
when
yeah.
you were like not even a year old. I was
Yeah.
like singing Beatles to you, and you were like, "Yeah, it was awesome." I was like, I was enjoying myself. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. No, yeah, I am always gonna have a fondness for them just from those memories. And a lot of other bands too, because you exposed me to a lot of what would be called classic rock or just bands that you grew up with. And so that was my next question was what other bands would you say were like some of your biggest influences? Because I know that you've raved to me about quite a number of bands. So like, you can name as many as you want, or if you could name a couple that stand out to you, what ones would you say were some big ones for you, other than the
Well,
Beatles?
there are so many. So as soon as I give you a handful,
Mm-hmm.
a minute later, I'm going to be going, oh well, yeah. What about them? What about
Mm-hmm.
them? What about them? Because there was just this unbelievable influx of talent that was just coming out during the
Yeah.
whole time I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, Led Zeppelin,
Led Zeppelin. Mm-hmm.
Van Halen,
Okay. For sure.
AC/DC,
Mm-hmm.
Rush,
Mm-hmm.
Black Sabbath. I was always a hard rock guy.
Oh yeah.
I like
Mm-hmm.
the real kind of, get your rattling kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But of course, Jimi Hendrix. I remember when Jimi Hendrix came out when I was about 6 years old or something. The first time I heard Purple Haze, and I was just like, "Whoa, what is that?"
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just very, very, I've had myself on the pulse of music the whole time I was growing up. So yeah, but Zeppelin, Sabbath, Van Halen, AC/DC,
Mm-hmm.
go on.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm sure.
But
I'm sure you'll think of other ones, or like because I know that there's other ones. There's one that I'm trying to remember that you have expressed to me has like put out one of your favorite songs, or what, or you've called them like you've referred to them as like the best. Like the best rock and roll band. I can't. Well, no, maybe it wasn't that. Maybe you said like who has the most popular like or the highest sold like rock album. Is that Michael Jackson? I don't remember.
well, the Michael Jackson's album Thriller
Yeah.
sold 1 million copies, and that was far and away the biggest selling album of all time. Until I heard my understanding is the Eagles' greatest hits
Oh, that's
has
right.
out Michael Jackson Thriller.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But there was another bit. I can't for the life of me think of it. Maybe I'll think of it later. But um um yeah. I remember listening to a lot of those songs growing up. Or a lot of like those band songs, specifically AC/DC. I remember. I mean, there's like that infamous picture that you have of me with the AC/DC shirt. Um,
Right.
and
It
what'd you say?
doesn't fit you anymore.
No, not quite. Not by a little bit. No, but yeah, like you said, a lot of very talented bands that are still I still hear their songs like actively in like media, commercials, movies, TV shows, all that stuff. Um, and I don't know. I hope to continue to see that appreciation like going forward. Um, So I wanted to say, like, okay, so you mentioned that you started playing guitar when you were about 20. Um, so like, what was that kind of experience for you, like learning guitar? What were some of the first things that you kind of learned, and like maybe you could talk about. I know you were part of some bands, in your youth, so like you could talk about that experience. But yeah, overall, like, what was that like learning?
Slow and painful.
Yeah.
Well, I never. I never really had good practice habits, to be honest with you. You know, even, I mean, one thing, if you want to take up a musical instrument or anything in life, if you want to be really, really, really good at something,
Mm-hmm.
you have to make it a lifestyle.
Yeah.
In other words, you have to spend most of your free time doing that activity
Mm-hmm.
if you want to be really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always, I didn't have the discipline to sit there for 8 hours a day and practice the guitar. So my learning curve was long, and I mean, here I've been playing the guitar for over 40 years, and I hear guys, people on the internet that have been playing for kids that have been playing for like 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and they just, in my mind, they just totally blow me away. But the good thing I can say about my style, about my guitar playing, is that I wasn't blessed with lightning speed, but I have a really good ear,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a feel for music, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
without sounding too arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I I think I've been doing it a lot lately, so I feel like right now I'm probably at the peak of my musical ability.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, that's the only way you get good at something is repetition. So, and I've been doing it a lot lately. So,
Yeah.
hearing it.
Yeah, I know that I know that you've told me that you've been like pretty consistent, especially in the last couple years, of keeping your practice habits like fairly, frequent, or, like you try, or at least you try to.
Well, that's kind of my mission in life from this point on, is
Mhm.
to become the most proficient musician that I can possibly become
Mhm.
from this point on, going forward.
For sure.
Uh, and so yeah, and I'm enjoying it
Mhm.
more now than ever before. And that's another thing too, for you folks that are, beginning playing an instrument or thinking about starting to play an instrument. The better you get, the more fun it becomes.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
it it's very tedious at first, but it's like it snowballs, it builds on itself, and I'm just starting to realize that now.
Mhm. No, absolutely, yeah. Well, and like regarding your the talent you have for sort of like recognizing melodies. I've seen that firsthand on multiple occasions, and that's something that's really impressive to me because, I mean, I've dabbled in music, but that's something that I've struggled with is like being able to recognize pitch or melody. And so to see
Right.
you like I'll actually see you like listen to like a melody and then replicate it pretty quickly on guitar, like accurately. So I mean, like, did that skill kind of did that take time to develop, or did you have that pretty early on?
That's the one thing I got going for me. And I think
Give yourself some credit. you know?
it was something that I just had. I don't really think, I mean, yeah, I think I developed it,
Hmm.
but I think I just had it just to begin with.
Hmm.
I just was blessed with it.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's it's not like not everyone has that. I think that's needless to say. I think you're or if they do, it's like something that it builds over time. So I think you've definitely been blessed with that. But I also think that is talent. You know what I mean? Because and I think a lot of that is just because you do have a lot of experience with music. I think the more experience that you've gained over time has only like improved that ability of yours. I don't know.
Hard,
I would think so.
so
What'd you say?
hard work pays off.
Yeah, for sure. Um, and so
Yes.
like, yeah,
Huh?
regarding what
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say regarding like, like going back and just regarding your like the hard work that you did put in, like, um, I know a lot of your musical career has been producing stuff solo, but I kind of want to hear about. Well, maybe you can talk about. Well, yeah, no, actually, let's talk about this. I want to talk about like some of your experience you've had like collaborating with music because you said earlier that that was like a big part of the like appeal that drew you to music was sort of that collaborative factor, like seeing all the Beatles performing together and kind of how cool that like that experience seemed to you. So what's been your experience with like being in bands over the years? Like how many bands have you been in even?
Oh, let's see. I'll try to count real quick. I won't
Mm-hmm.
take too long. One, two,
Must be a lot.
uh, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe 6, half a
Okay.
dozen,
Okay, yeah. That's a decent amount. Yeah.
including Rotten Core.
Right. Which we'll talk about Rotten Core a little bit later.
Kids, don't do this till you're 21.
Yeah. Hey, I've drank on Chit Chats before, so.
Okay. Um. Well, uh, it's great when I got to say this. It's a lot of work being
Mhm.
in a band, not only logistically, but
Mhm.
to get 3 to 5 people on the same page schedule wise.
Yeah.
That's a tricky juggling act because you know everybody works, everybody has their own life,
Mhm.
and most of the time, while you do have aspirations of making a living or at least making some money playing music,
Mhm.
it's sort of a side thing. You got to take care of business. You got to take care of all your other stuff that keeps a roof over your head and food in your stomach.
For sure.
So in that respect, it's a juggling act to be in a band. But when you when you have been practicing with a group of guys or a group of people for a while and you start sounding really good, and then all of a sudden one day you guys are practicing and just these magical moments start happening
Mhm.
where everybody's on the same page and everybody's in sync. there's
Yeah.
there's absolutely no feeling like it in the world.
Mhm.
So it's really gratifying that in that respect.
Mhm. And I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure you've experienced that a good amount. In the various bands you've been in. I've seen like pictures of you like performing in bands. There's a specific picture that I'm thinking of where you're kind of jumping in the air holding a guitar. Um,
Yeah.
and I think I have that picture actually somewhere. But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, no, it seems like a lot of fun, and I've seen you perform with your current band that you've been in, and especially when you guys get a good practice session, that's super enjoyable to witness. Um, so in terms of in terms of bands that you've seen, because one that's one thing that you've like kind of shared with me a lot over the years is like all the different sort of concerts that you've went to growing up, um, and a lot of the bands that you've seen, some really popular bands too. Like what are some like highlights you have about that from your whole life?
Okay. The best concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, the Rolling Stones was one.
That's the band that I was trying to think of earlier was the Rolling Stones.
Oh yeah, they're super popular. I mean,
Yeah.
they're next to, after the Beatles, they're
Mhm.
probably the most well known,
Mhm.
successful, popular band in rock and roll music.
Right, right. Okay. Yeah, anyway, continue.
Um, yeah, Led Zeppelin. I mean, not Led Zeppelin. When I saw Led Zeppelin, they're one of my favorite bands of all time.
Uh-huh.
But at the particular time I saw Led Zeppelin, they weren't. I don't know. They were going through some stuff.
They weren't at the
They
top of their game.
sound that great.
They didn't sound that
But
great. Okay.
so the best concerts I've ever seen: the Stones, AC/DC.
Mhm.
Pretty much every time I saw them, they were one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Mhm.
Um, gosh,
How many times have you
uh,
seen them?
mm, four, four.
4 times? Nice.
Yeah. I saw them once with the original singer Bon Scott before he
Uh-huh.
passed away. And that's a bragging right for sure.
Oh yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
but uh, oh, Queen was one of
Oh
the
yeah.
best I ever saw for
Mhm.
sure. And
That's a
let's
big one.
see,
Still today. That's one that's talked
Prince.
about. Prince, that's cool.
The first time I saw him was I was your mother and I went up to Portland and saw him, and
Right.
it was amazing.
Uh-huh.
2004.
2004. Wow. Oh, so I was 3.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Um
we home.
yeah, that's okay. I'm well,
We
I'm
stayed
a
over.
little pissed, but it's fine. I'll get over it. Um yeah, so those are some of the best people you've seen in concert, or like ones that stand out to you.
Yeah. And there's this other band that I actually saw for free.
Hmm.
They're a funk band called The Time.
Mhm.
It was a band that Prince. It was a Prince project, and I saw them back in 2016, I think it was, right here in San Francisco at
Oh, cool.
this park called Sigmund Stern Grove. I took you there before a long time ago. We went on a hiking adventure. But
Oh, okay.
anyway, that one of the best shows I ever saw. So yeah. So in a nutshell, the Stones, Queen, AC/DC, Prince, The Time, and there's probably a few more others.
Nice, nice. Yeah. I think you've been really lucky to see those bands, cuz I mean, like, even now I feel like even if people don't listen to them as often, like that are like my age, like they're still heavily appreciated in the music world. At least for, like, other like guitar players or rock performers or anything like that. Um so I
Well,
kind of
I,
what's up?
I, I'm actually surprised and delighted at the amount of people from younger generations that know that rock and roll and that appreciate it, really.
Yeah. It's I mean, like, I can't I can't say for certain, like, every I think a lot of people, while a lot of people my age and like and younger, they have modern artists that they like. I still think that there is like recognition that the music from, you know like 30, 40 years ago still holds like a lot of value that you don't necessarily see in modern music. I mean, and that's kind of, I don't know. This is kind of going deeper than we need to, but it's just like a lot of music nowadays is like is like made with computers, and like not even just like like it's produced with computers, but it's like, it's purely computer noise, and it's just, it's just it. I don't know. For me, it's not as authentic sounding, but I'm biased.
Yeah. Um, so when I do my radio show on Wednesdays,
Mm-hmm.
and then right after me, this lady comes in,
Uh huh.
young. Well, she's younger than me. She's probably in her 30s.
Okay.
And, so she comes in directly after me, and it's funny because I hand it off to her,
Uh huh.
and then it's like every time her first song, after about 3 seconds, I hear auto tune,
Yeah.
and I'm like, hey, "Can I swear?"
You can swear.
And I'm like, "Oh, I got to get the fuck out of here, man."
Yeah. That's definitely a lot more common nowadays.
Yeah,
Um, but you know, it that's the beauty of music is there's so much out there. Like some of it is for certain audiences, and then some of it is for other audiences, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
But anyway, um, so I wanted to kind of go back on one thing that we didn't talk about as much, which was like what was your experience learning drums? Because you talked about like you kind of like the how learning guitar was you know, it was a slow process, but you've been doing it for a while. But drums was a lot more recent, at least relatively speaking. Like you were, you know, well into adulthood, and you had like I had been born by the time you started to learn drums. Um, so I was curious, like, just what was that like? Was it drastically different, or was it, or like, was it more enjoyable? Was it like how was it overall learning drums?
Well, I always wanted to play the drums. I
Uh
mean,
huh.
in fact, I probably wanted to play the drums before I wanted to play the guitar.
Mm.
But logistically, to be a drummer is a lot harder than to be a guitar player
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, drums are expensive and drums are loud.
Yeah.
And most people's parents won't let them bang on the drums. I know my parents wouldn't. I didn't even bother. I didn't ever even bother asking your grandparents if I could play the drums because I knew the answer would be no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, so in that respect, logistically, it's a lot easier to become a guitar player.
Yep.
But I, I always, and I've screwed around on other people's drum sets before, so I knew that, man, this you get good at this. I bet it is fun.
Yeah.
So fast forward to about 2007
Mm-hmm.
when I was about 46 and I was had just started recording my own music again after taking a big long break,
Mm-hmm.
and I made pretty much 2 albums worth of material, all instrumental stuff.
Uh huh.
uh, and I used a drum simulator for the drums,
Mm-hmm.
which was it was okay at first, but by the end of the second album's worth of material, I was so sick of just hearing that repetitive drum sound.
Yeah.
I said I actually shelved my second album's worth of stuff and never even like made copies and gave them to people because I was so sick of that drum sound.
Oh wow.
And I thought, well, I want to keep recording, but what am I going to do? Do I have to rent a studio and hire a drummer to do the drum parts for my songs?
Mm.
And then I thought, I knew they made electronic drum kits, and I thought, well, maybe I should look into getting this electronic drum kit, and I'll just do the drum parts myself.
Uh huh.
And so that's what I did, and I realized when I got home and put the thing together and started playing it that you just can't jump on even an electronic drum kit and expect to sound good and be in drummer shape, because
Mm.
I'll tell you what, playing the drums is a really physical instrument,
Oh yeah.
like compared to guitar.
Mm.
And there's another sidebar pertaining to the physical part of drumming that I'll get to.
Uh huh.
So I I I started playing drums every day for at least a half an hour to 45 minutes a day, uh, and it's been what, almost 18 years now, 17, 18 years, and I'm
Yeah.
still doing it consistently. And I started getting better as I was going along.
Uh huh.
Just thing, the more you do it, the better you get. But what I didn't realize was after drumming for about 4 years, all of a sudden I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I said, wow, I'm in way better physical shape. I look way better than I did when I first started playing the drums.
Yeah.
So what I didn't realize about playing the drums is it gets your upper body in really great shape.
Right.
And I had a newfound respect for drummers after playing the drums too. Drummers are badass.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the drummer because they got drummer strength.
Oh yeah.
You know,
For sure. I mean, you're
so the
swinging those
side.
arms around. Yeah.
Oh man, and that's just a side benefit of doing what I do, and it's just I'm just so elated about the whole thing,
Yeah.
and that's my drum story.
Yeah. No, that's cool. And so like I know for a while, so like do you try to balance out like guitar playing and drum playing overall? Like when it comes to practicing nowadays?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
I try to do. I mean, I play the drums for the workout aspect of it as
Yeah.
much as the musical aspect. So it's
Right.
part of my workout regimen now,
Right,
and when
right.
I miss it a lot.
Yeah.
And if I don't play if I don't play drums or guitar for say 3 or 4 days,
Uh-huh.
I get rusty.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That's
definitely
fair.
notice. So I have to play consistently if I want to at least stay where I'm at and improve.
For
You know?
sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you've told me like I forget exactly who, but you've told me about like a certain infamous performer who like wanted so badly to get good at guitar that he like locked himself up in his room for like hours of his day every day. I forget who. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I don't know. If you does that sound familiar to anyone that you can recall that is like infamous in the music world?
Well, the guy I always heard about that did that was Edward Van Halen.
I think that's who you were telling me about, but yeah.
The legend is that when he was a teenager, you know, learning how to play the guitar. First
Mhm.
of all, I'm going to guess that Eddie Van Halen just had a natural knack for playing the guitar.
Sure, yeah.
In fact,
Mhm.
I know that 100% for sure.
Mhm.
But on top of that, legend has it that he spent shitloads of time in his room by himself with a
Mhm.
6 pack of beer or whatever and just played that guitar while his brother Alex, the drummer, and all the other kids were going out on a Friday night
Uh-huh.
screwing around, chasing girls, whatever. He was staying home with that guitar,
Yeah. Mhm.
and so
Well,
again, that's lifestyle. That's what you got to
yeah.
do.
Well, yeah, I think that's the takeaway is that whether or not that is accurate, I would say that like that is undeniably true about something like playing guitar or drums or any musical instrument really is it takes a lot of practice and discipline, like as we've discussed. Um
Have it.
and what'd you say?
I didn't have it when I was young. That discipline and that patience and that work ethic. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's developed with a lot of people, I think. It's just I don't know. It just depends. But I mean the point is, I mean you've been I mean like at this point like what? Like 44 years, 45 years? Like
Yeah.
that's about as long as you've been doing it like
Oh yeah.
fairly consistently, yeah. So that's a
Well, no,
long
there were periods of time during that time where I took like years off.
okay.
Like I
Yeah.
literally did not touch the guitar from 2001 to 2005.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Well,
ask me why.
Well, I know one thing that happened in 2001 that might have, I don't know, impacted your life in some meaningful way. But maybe it had nothing to do with that. I don't know.
Yeah, no. It was a combination of things.
Sure, yeah, that's fair. I'm talking about me being born, in case no one
Right.
was able to pick
Right.
up on
The
that
big part of it.
subtlety. Um, okay, so I have a couple more questions because I think we've covered a good amount of stuff. And if you have any other like specific things you want to talk about, you can let me know. But one thing I wanted to touch upon in terms of your life with music is the what it's been like producing music, because you've been producing a lot of music, and I don't just mean like, you know, recording it or like playing it. I mean like recording it, putting it together, mixing it, mastering it. That's been a big part of your musical life, musical career, if you will. And I'm not as aware of like personally what it was like for you back then doing that kind of thing, versus having done it in the last, like, you know, decade or so. So what's that been like? Like kind of walk me through that, like your overall history of producing music.
Well, okay, you're talking about recording music on what they call a multi-track recorder,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
which means that you can record one thing on one track, you can record guitar on one track, drums on another track, bass, keyboards, blah blah blah, and then mix them all together.
Uh huh.
I've been doing that for probably about 40 years.
Okay.
I got my first track recorder, I think, in 1987.
Okay.
But back then they didn't sound nearly as good. They were cassette tape, and so it wasn't digital, and you couldn't do as much as you could do with this.
Oh yeah, look at that. Mm-hmm.
This is my multi-track recorder.
Uh
This is
huh.
one of them, the one that I've been using for the last 5 years. It's the one that's made all that wonderful music that you've heard, that you've
Yeah.
been hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I just absolutely love it. I love producing music. I love producing other people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's there's a real art to, okay, now you got all the stuff recorded.
Yeah.
Now you mix it to where it sounds coherent,
Right.
and that you know, you can hear everything, but one thing is not severely stepping on another thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they have this called panning, where you can shift the sounds from left and to right, and to the left and the right of the stereo spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that is there's just like such a art to recording music. And again, at the risk of sounding repetitive, the more I've done it, the better I've gotten at it.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing is that I'm really critical of my own work. Like, I'm never completely satisfied with what I do. And then it's funny because then I'll be like, okay, well, I'm not 100% satisfied with this, but I guess we're going to live with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Then a year later, I'll listen to it and I'll think, oh, wow, that wasn't so bad after all. So
Yeah.
I guess it's good to be critical of yourself, because then you set a higher bar for yourself.
For sure.
But you have to have a balancing act and not make your criticalness of yourself kind of hold you back. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if that makes.
No, it does. I mean, as a video producer, video editor, like I go through a lot of the same
Right.
things that you do, you know, or in
Exactly.
that category. So
You're always second guessing yourself, right?
yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, it's
It drives you sometimes.
yeah, and I think that comes with a lot of creative mediums. I think
Yeah.
you know, anyone who is passionate about some kind of art and is, you know, wanting to improve overall, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, you got to be a little critical of your work to you know,
Absolutely.
to keep pushing yourself forward and getting better and better. But it is also, like you said, it's good to, I mean, like I go through the same thing where, like, you know, I'll make a video and I'll be like, oh yeah, that, you know, that's I think it came out good, but I'm, you know, maybe a little like lukewarm about it at first. But then when I come back to it later, like I'll be like, oh wow, that's actually better than I initially perceived it as. So I can only imagine it's the same way with the music you're producing.
It's good to hold yourself to a high standard.
It is. It
You
absolutely
know,
is.
I'm like the drill sergeant in the band now in Rotten Core. You know,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I'm
for sure.
we got to do it. We got to do it better. We're not getting that right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that
You don't want to just
I,
settle, for.
I drive the guys crazy sometimes. You know,
Well, um, I, it, I, it just you're passionate about it. That's that's like that's your thing is playing music, producing music, um, and I think that's really cool. I mean, like being a fellow creative, I've always had a lot of admiration for musicians such as yourself, and like just because I like I said, I've tried my hand at music in different ways, and it's not easy. It's
and
not easy to be
work.
good.
No, it's work. You
It
got to
is.
work at it. You're very good at what you do,
Thank
and
you.
I think you could learn. You could learn music if you wanted to.
And I would like
Trust.
to one of these days. I would like to sit down and give a lot more of my time to learning music, and it helps that I have a dad who already has so much experience, to help motivate me. Um,
Yeah, and you got a guitar up there.
yeah, I do. Yeah, I have a couple actually. Um,
Um,
but yeah, so and so that's a good segue into kind of talking about like the current music that you're producing, that you've been putting on your own YouTube channel, the Steve Sufi YouTube channel. Um, that I've dipped my toes into helping you produce like videos for and various other projects.
Go check it out, folks. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, I'll link your channel in the description. Go see all of our projects out there. We got more coming out in the future. Um, and
My
I mean
man here,
like,
awesome videos for my own stuff. Actually, not the band stuff.
mhm,
But yeah, Antonio's made 3 music videos for 3 of the songs that I produced and performed, and
mhm,
we also made behind the scenes videos
mhm.
and commentary videos.
Yes. And
It's
what's up?
I just said it's cool. Check it out. You know.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with how all of those have come out. And you can get more of an insight into what it was like producing those videos if you go watch the behind the scenes and the commentary videos. So in terms of the current band that you're in, I know that's something that's been a big focus for you, is producing music for this band Rotten Core. So like what has that been like, kind of like, cuz if correct me if I'm wrong, but they were like the first band that you have played with in a while. So,
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Let's see. 95, 15, 25. Yeah, I didn't play in a band. This is I joined Rotten Core in 23,
hmm.
and the last time I was in a band was in 1995.
Oh wow.
Now, I
28
know,
years.
but I mean, in between that time, off and on, sporadically, I had played with other musicians,
Right.
but they were
Mm,
just like one-offs.
for
They
sure.
were just like, let's get together and jam type of thing.
Uh-huh.
So I before I started playing with Rotten Core, I really didn't think I was ever going to be in a band ever again,
Mhm.
because I certainly at this point wasn't going to go out and look for a band to join.
Mhm.
Luckily, they asked me to join, or Lou, the
Right.
leader of Core, asked me to join,
Mhm.
and that's a funny story too, because what happened was they had a gig, and then all of a sudden the bass player couldn't make it.
Uh-huh.
So Luke calls me and he says, "Hey, we got a gig, but the bass player can't make it. Can you substitute on bass?" Well, I'm not a bass player. I
Right.
mean, yeah, I can play bass a little bit. And I said, "But I've never played bass, you know, live. Well, for like an entire gig,
Yeah.
but I just said, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And we basically had like 1.5 practices. I didn't know the songs or anything. We had
Mm-hmm.
1.5 practices, and then we did the gig
Uh-huh.
like next day,
Uh-huh.
and somehow we pulled it off.
Nice,
I mean,
man.
I remember there was a couple of pretty
Yeah,
screw ups that kind of jumped out at you, but for the most
sure.
part, it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, he said, do you just want to join on guitar? And I said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun playing with other musicians.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun, like I was saying earlier, recording other musicians and then mixing them and stuff like that. And because I had
Mm-hmm.
never done that prior to these Rotten Core recordings.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and I know that they had like kind of a like they had been producing um music or like putting, making recordings of their songs for a little bit, but then you kind of took over that role in the band for them, and it seems like that's been a good, or like you've elevate, or it's been good for them and for you, like you've brought a lot of good stuff to their recordings, and it's been fun for you to do it, it seems, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that I've kind of bumped them up a notch as far as
Yeah.
sounding more professional.
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I've I mean, I've sort of become kind of a musical director during our practices
Right.
in
Mm-hmm.
the sense that, without being too obnoxious, trying to make things bind a little bit tighter.
A little bit more focused.
Yeah, because you got to have that tightness,
Yeah,
you
for
know.
sure. I think
Because
yeah.
yeah,
I was gonna say, I think you have like you definitely have like a standard for yourself that you want to abide by when it comes to playing music, and I think that's all with the purpose of trying to sound just like as the best you can, and I think that's a reasonable goal to have, you know.
well, my attitude is this:
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to put yourself out there,
Yeah.
you know, on YouTube or go to a club and play live,
Yeah.
I want to make a good showing of
Yeah.
ourselves. I don't want to up there and look like a clown,
Yeah.
like an idiot,
For sure.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of my attitude.
Hey,
Maybe it might be a little hardcore, but
Hey, you
whatever.
know what? And I'll tell you a personal story to help you feel better, or if it makes you feel better. I'm like that when it comes to filming because, like, I mean, you've had experience with it because, like, I'll, when I film music videos with you, like, I will have us do multiple takes until I feel like we got the right one, and
Oh yeah.
and so like I'm pretty like I can be set in my ways about it too, and I've been like that with my friends when I've recorded videos with them. Um, and I think as long as you're making it clear that it's for the betterment of the art, I don't think I think it's fine. You know what I mean?
Actors get bitchy.
Well, it's it's an inherently, I mean, like, you know, directors can be, it's like having that kind of that taking that charge, or taking that role of like power. It's like, there can be conflict. I think that's inevitable, but
Somebody steer the ship.
somebody has to steer the ship. That's right. And I think I mean, like, overall, I think it's always with good intentions. I think if
Well, yeah.
if you have a good director, it's for the right reasons.
You just want something good, something as good as you can make it.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I think when all is said and done, like, you know, any like good feeling that you have about, like, the way that like the musicality of how you guys are playing, or the way that you guys sound, or just like the way that you guys are all jiving together as a band. I think that if you can feel that, I'm sure that for the most part everyone else can feel that too. So I think
Yeah,
I would like to think so.
yeah. It's again, when you got 4 or 5 guys and you're gelling, and
Yeah,
everything is sounding amazing. Everybody, all 5 guys can feel it.
yeah,
You know,
for sure.
I'm quite certain.
I think so. Um, yeah, no, I think and like I said, like I've watched you guys practice before, and when you guys get like a good practice in, it's super fun. It's super fun to just feel that energy. So,
I
um,
hope we get that gig in Golden Gate Park this summer, and then you can come down and see it and maybe film it and stuff.
yeah, stay tuned for that potentially. Um,
Yeah,
and also regarding if you want to go see some of the Rotten Core recordings that my dad has done, those are also on his personal YouTube channel. Link in the description. Um, you've produced like what, like 10 of their songs at this point,
I think it's 9 or 10 right now. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, so you can see a nice assortment of their songs, brilliantly produced by my dear father. um, all right, well, I think to wrap things up here, I just want to ask, what is what is like a piece of advice that you would give an aspiring musician? If you haven't already said it, maybe you've already said it. If you have, then you can reiterate it. But yeah, like what's like the biggest thing that you would say is like just something that you would want any aspiring musicians to keep in mind when they're learning an instrument.
practice, practice, practice.
Mm. It's yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
play the damn thing every chance you get.
Yeah. I mean, it's it's a commonly said thing, but it's true. It's I mean, like it's
I'm
there's a reason.
practice, but then play. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Don't practice, 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 jam, practice,
Right.
jam,
Okay.
practice,
Yeah. 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 For
and then
sure.
you can see your progress when you're just
Yeah.
screwing around, to make good sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you can have some fun with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
That's
gotta have
cool.
fun.
Mm-hmm. And I think that can
Definitely,
apply to like pretty much any instrument. I mean,
absolutely.
guitar, drums, piano, or like
Would love,
keyboard. What? Love piano?
I
Yeah.
would love to be a piano player.
That takes a lot of patience and practice. That's for
You
sure.
got a whole orchestra right at your fingers. But
Yeah.
I just want to say one more thing, and
Uh-huh.
um, because I can, no,
Yeah.
and a lot of people will disagree with me on this, and some people might even get offended. But I think the electric guitar is the single most expressive instrument ever, and
Yeah.
there's just something about that power, that electricity,
Mm-hmm.
and the effects and equipment that they make these days, that the sounds you can get out of an electric guitar
Mm-hmm.
are basically limitless.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's amazing that there's only 12 notes. There's only 12 keys in the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
12 notes in the whole in all of music. Yet those 12 notes can make so many millions of different kinds of music.
Yeah.
This music is fascinating to me.
Oh yeah, it's miraculous, really. It's it's
Music has,
wonderful. Yeah.
I can
Mm-hmm.
truthfully say, at the risk of sounding corny, that music has saved my life more than once.
Mm. That's the power of music. So,
I know that's deep and heavy.
well, hey, that's okay. This is a a very deep father son interview. You know, we can have some deep moments.
Well,
Um,
wanting to iterate this stuff to somebody for years, like I said. So
yeah. Well, here you go. I mean, and now it's kind of immortalized, and I'm sure we'll continue to discuss it in future videos and in general, just in our time we spend together. But thank you for doing this though, because this has been a fun little exchange. Just kind of going over, giving a nice general overview of your time with music. It's been fun. I hope it's been fun for you as well to go through it.
well, thank you for allowing me to do this. I
Yeah.
could go on for the next 3 hours. I could
Well,
talk about the Beatles for 3 hours.
yeah. Well, maybe
I got a song swimming around in my head 24/7, even when I'm sleeping.
I can attest to that because I will often, well, I'll be hanging out with you and you'll be bobbing your head or you'll be like vocalizing like some kind of song. So I see that. But I can be like that too, so I don't blame you.
It's utterly ridiculous, but I feel really totally 100% blessed in life.
Yeah. It's a wonderful thing. And if you want to see firsthand some of that wonderful thing we call music, like we've said, go to my dad's YouTube channel at Steve Sufi. I'll link it down below. Go like and subscribe, or at least go ahead and take a. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm not able to formulate the sentence. Give a watch to some of the music videos that we've produced, or some of the other videos we've produced. They've been super fun to be a part of, and to like just see come to fruition. It's a completely different exercise making a music video as opposed to the normal types of content that I make. So it's been
Yeah.
been
And
happy to do it.
I feel 100% blessed that I get to do projects with you too.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to doing Auto Rap's greatest hits.
Yes, that's a little teaser as to something coming soon. So if you want to see that, you got to go like and subscribe, as they say, or at least you at least got to subscribe. But anyway, that is where we will call it for today. So thank you once again, Dad, for being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Chit Chats. Bye-bye. Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
And my name is Steve. And let's have a chit chat.
Let's have a chit chat indeed. Welcome, everybody, to another wonderful episode of Chit Chats. Today, we have a very special guest. My father, Steve Sufi. Welcome, Dad, to the show.
Hey, what's up?
Great to
What's
have you
happening?
on.
Thanks. Good to be.
I know you have seen an episode of Chit Chat or Chit Chats or two in your day, so
I have.
you are familiar with the show.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming to have you on, and I'm glad we're here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and it's this is gonna be an interesting thing. I've prepared a very interesting little game for us to play today, or like a little quiz show.
Cool.
I did not tell you of the subject matter of the quiz show beforehand.
About it.
What'd you say?
I've been wondering about it.
Yeah, it's I think you'll find amusement in it. Dad, a kind of a reoccurring topic that has come up recently when we've kind of been talking or hanging out is kind of the contrast between the lingo of your generation versus my generation, or just the younger generation in general.
Yeah.
There's a lot of words and just slang that are definitely like that you are aware of because they were popular in your young age, and it's a lot of them have kind of come and gone. And I'm sure that there's a lot of words that you might come across nowadays that you might think to yourself, What the hell does that mean? Is that true?
Yep, that's fire.
Yeah, that would be one of them. Yeah. Do you know what that means?
It's yeah, well, it's a positive thing.
It
That
is a
means it's
positive
good.
thing.
Cool.
Yes, that is
I
true. Yeah, and so I'm sure there's a lot of that type of stuff, and I thought it would be interesting to kind of explore that today. The idea of all of these weird words. So if you'll direct your attention to my screen here, I'm going to pull up the little slideshow I made for us today. So, Dad, without further
yeah.
ado, let's get into the Gen Z slang quiz by
Okay.
Antonio Sakai Sufi. So, this is a little quiz that I whipped up for us in the shape of a little dictionary. Um,
Yeah.
Here's how it's going to work. Here's how the quiz will work. Each round, you will be presented with a modern slang word or phrase commonly used by Gen Z, such as lit. You will also be provided an example of a sentence that uses the term. In this case, my example that I gave is, that party was lit last night. It was a blast. Okay?
Okay.
You will then make a guess as to what the definition of the term is. And then you'll tell me once you have your answer locked in, you will be told the true definition of the term. In this case, lit is an adjective that means excellent or exciting.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Well, now you know that. That's just our example round.
And
Afterwards,
it means something else. Go ahead.
well, a lot of these words that I'm going to show you are probably like they have other meanings in other contexts, but I'm just
Another era.
telling you the Gen Z slang equivalent of how the word is used. Yeah.
Got it.
Um and I know what you're like. I know how you probably thought what the word meant, and it also means that, but I'm just saying like this is another way that it's used. Um after you're told the true definition, I will judge how many points you have earned based on how close your guess was to the true definition.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
Okay. Then that's what we're doing. There's going to be, and these should go pretty quick, hopefully. There are 20 rounds, so there's 20 words we're going to go through.
Cool.
Each round, the most points you could win is 5. If you got it like spot on, you can get 5. So the most points you can get in this quiz is 100.
All right.
So let's see how many you get out of 100. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let's get started with the first word. Well, first of all, how do you think you're going to do at this?
I think I'm going to get 100.
You think you're going to get 100? Okay. I like the confidence. I tried to make it get progressively harder as it goes on. So these early rounds are going to be a little bit of softballs, and then we're going to get into the more obscure territory, okay?
Yeah, that was a lot of bravado. I don't think I'm going to get 100, really.
No. I think you should think that. I think you should go in with that mindset.
I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready to kick some ass.
Let's do it. Yeah, kick some ass and take some names. All right, let's get into this. Round 1. Finna. Your first word is finna.
That means
Oh
going
wait,
to.
okay, I was going to say, do you want to see the example of the sentence I have before you give an answer? But you already, I knew you already knew the answer to this one. I'm going to give my example just because I have it ready.
I'm sorry. I'll wait for the example. I forgot you were going to do that.
That's okay. I knew you wouldn't need an example, but I'm just going to give it. I'm finna go to the grocery store later. So yeah, so your go ahead and repeat your guess.
That means I'm going to go to the grocery store.
You are correct. The definition is going to. Good job. Very good.
Thank you.
You got 5 points.
Cool.
All right. Next up, round 2. Bruh. The example is bruh, are you serious?
That means that's kind of short for brother.
Yeah. Noun, another word for bro or dude. You got it.
Yeah.
Good job. All right. These are, manageable. You're getting them. You're getting
Yeah.
them. Cool. All right. Moving on.
Hey, I'm hip.
Yeah. I know you know a good amount of these words, but I know for sure that some of these I would be shocked if you knew them, frankly. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Mid. And the example I
Mid.
have is the movie was pretty mid. I probably won't see it again.
Oh, I guess that means it sucks.
Is that your final
Like not,
answer?
yeah, like shitty.
Okay. So the correct definition, or at least the definition I have here, is mediocre.
Oh, mediocre. Oh, like mid.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
It's not necessarily that it sucks, it's that it's
But it was got it. Got it.
middling,
Got it. That
Like
makes
yeah.
mid.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you 4 points for that because you're close. That's pretty close, but
Partial.
not
Okay.
not quite. It's a little nuanced difference there. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, round 4, cash money. The example I have is that music video for The Parlor that Antonio made with his dad was cash money.
Well, that obviously means awesome. Good.
Yeah, you got it. It means really cool. Because obviously the music video for The Parlor is really cool. Everyone knows that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so is the
And so is what?
video.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The music video.
Oh, the video. And so is the behind the scenes. If
Yeah.
you haven't seen that.
Yeah. Go watch. This is a little promotion. Go watch the music video for The Parlor and the behind the scenes on the Steve Sufi channel. I'll link that below.
I could shamelessly plug all kinds of stuff on here. The radio show. But anyway, getting back.
Yeah. Hey, when you'll have time for that.
Right.
Okay. Next up, round 5. Crash out. And the example I have here is if I don't do well at the Gen Z slang quiz, I am going to crash out. So what are you thinking for this one? Give me give me your thoughts on like what you think it could be. Any kind of based on the example, like what is what context do you think?
Oh. Be humiliated? I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean you can guess anything. But
oh god, they're gonna be better than that. I never heard that one before. Crash out. No.
this is a fairly common phrase that I hear amongst mainly people younger than me, but still with people that are my age.
I'm gonna like go nuts or something.
Okay. Do you want to give a more like succinct definition, or do you want to just say go nuts?
Yeah, I'm really stumped on this one.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: do you think that this is a positive thing or a negative thing?
Negative.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you want to say go nuts? Is that your final answer?
Yeah, but that's another slang.
Yeah.
But I can't really.
But what does that mean? What does go nuts mean? Like if you were to put that in a more like
get really mad or something.
Okay. Do you want to go with that?
Yeah.
Okay. The correct answer was have a sudden and intense outburst due to anger. So there you go.
So I said mad, anger.
Yeah.
That word.
I'll give you full points for that.
You had to kind of help me. You kind of had to help me along with that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, some of these are going to require a little thought, I don't think it'll
Yeah.
get too crazy, but that's kind of the definitions I'm looking for, is a little bit more like traditional.
Right.
But yeah. So you got that one though. Okay. We're going to get into some some humdingers as we go on. All right. Here we go.
Fuck up here then.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. We'll see.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, let's go. Round 6. Riz. This might be a word that I've talked to you about before. I'm not sure. The example I have is, you got to have a lot of riz to pick up that chick.
Oh, yeah. Riz.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Let's see. It's like a short for something, like for, Riz. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm not going to give you too many hints, but I can kind of help facilitate your thought process.
Riz. Oh, charisma.
Okay. You think it's short for charisma?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Yep. Charm or charisma. Good job. I'm proud of you for that one. You knew that one.
Yeah, I just had to rack my brain.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good job. Very good. Very good. I know. Cheers. So I think we've talked about that one, right? Oh, what do you got? What do you got there?
Dr. Pepper.
Nice. Classic. I think I think that's came up in a conversation that we had, was like how Riz is like a word that my generation uses.
Yeah. That's why I knew.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was prepping you for this.
Yeah.
Inadvertently.
Last.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Next word. Round 7. Shoddy. The example I have is, you got to have a lot of riz to pick up that shoddy.
Oh my god!
Just give your best guess of what it could be.
Well, obviously a female.
Okay. Any specific quality that this, like
a short one?
A short female? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Is that what you want to go with?
Sure.
Okay. The correct answer is a very attractive girl.
Ah, shoddy.
Huh? Shoddy. Yeah. They've said this in like some rap songs. I think maybe more modern ones,
Shoddy. Okay, I'll remember that next time I approach a 22-year-old girl. I'm kidding.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll keep this one in the Gen Z's slang quiz.
Shoddy.
No.
Okay.
This is, I'm gonna give you 3 points for this one, because you got that it was a girl.
Got that it was a girl.
Not necessarily. I could see why you thought it would specifically be a short girl, but not exactly. But yeah.
Well,
okay.
No, not at all. Exactly. Very attractive. Okay.
You got that it was a girl, and
stuff today.
What?
I'm learning stuff.
You are, yeah. This is we'll have a good outcome either way. Either you'll do really good and you'll get a lot of points, or you maybe will learn some new words.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, next word. Cooked. And the example I have is, I am so cooked for that test, I haven't studied at all.
Oh. I guess screwed.
Okay.
Like not prepared, well, obviously I haven't studied at all, but basically screwed, I guess.
Okay.
Other slang word.
And what does that mean?
Like
I know what it
not
means.
ready.
Yeah.
Not ready.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll accept that. The correct answer was well, extremely tired.
Oh, tired. Oh, cooked. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
I should have
So,
been. I should have been able to figure that out.
but you got it. Like the the definition I gave, it's accurate, but like the way that it's used in the context of the sentence I gave, you got it. You know, like
Okay,
yeah, I'll give it
you're,
to you.
you're the host.
I should have actually put a different definition for given the, or I probably should have given a different
Cook.
example
I
sentence.
to figure that out.
But that's but you got how it's used in the context of that sentence. So I'll give you I'll
Yeah,
give you I'll give you I'll give you 5 points for that. Yeah. I'm feeling generous today.
sweet.
All right. Next up. Round 9. Cooking.
Oh,
The example is I hope dad is cooking during this quiz right now.
hmm. Doing well.
Is that what you're going with?
Yeah,
Okay. The true answer is doing very well at something. So you got it.
sweet.
Good job. Good job. So you're picking it up. You know. You're picking up
Yeah.
what I'm putting down. All right. Round 10. Tea. And the example is I can't believe you just spilt that tea about your friend.
Oh, like you know, blurted something out.
Okay. Like something what kind of
Like,
something?
like said something negative or bad about somebody
Okay. Um
or about.
okay. Do you want to go with that?
Sure.
Okay. The correct answer is gossip.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So that you're pretty much on the money on that one.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
I'm gonna give you 4 points because it's a because I mean gossip is usually negative, right?
yeah,
I mean like because if it wasn't negative, it would be just you're just saying something, I guess,
yeah.
or undesirable. You know, I'll give you 4 points for that one. You got it.
Should have just said gossip.
I'm not gonna give you like I'm not gonna be too like particular because this
Yeah.
otherwise you know I want you to get points. So you are my dad. All right. In fact, I'm gonna give you a point check right now. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. Have you have 47 points
Uh,
out of 50 that you could
that's
possibly
not bad.
have right now.
All right.
So you're doing
Cool.
pretty well. That's a solid A plus. Good
Yep.
job. All right. Or maybe A minus, whatever. It's A either way. Okay. Next up. Round
Be like
11.
the second I got in my life.
All right, next up we have fine shit. Fine
Fine shite.
fine shite. The the definition I have is you got to have a lot of riz to pick up that fine shit.
Fine shite. That fine. Well, got to be a good looking chick, good looking girl,
Yeah, you're right. It's
sexy
a
babe.
very attractive girl.
Yeah.
You got it. Good job. I'll give you that. Okay. Next up. Incel. I'm curious if you've heard this word before. The example is I bet those incels haven't even spoken to a woman before.
I bet those incel. Hmm. Uh,
What are you thinking?
dork. I don't know.
Okay. Without giving too much away, incel is short for something.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, but my brain's not working that well right now. Intel, the
Okay.
computer chip. No, incel. Yeah, I should be getting this, but I'm not.
Okay, so what are you going to go with for your final guess?
Um, idiot.
Okay. Okay. Is that your final answer?
Sure.
Okay. The correct answer is
All
short
I got.
for involuntary celibate. So
Oh, oh,
essentially, someone who can't pick up girls.
who can't get laid?
Yeah, yeah. Essentially, yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
got it.
So yeah, so that's a pretty common insult in my age demographic. Um,
Hey, we there.
it's a never me, no, no. It's a very specific type of loser or idiot. I'm gonna give you 2 points because it was a little because idiot's a little broad.
Kind
Um,
of specific, yeah.
yeah, but you're
I've never heard that term involuntary celibate.
yeah. I think it's a it's like yeah
That's
it's
cold.
yeah it is. But there are there are dudes out there that are pretty that this describes them pretty well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
just keep plugging.
what?
I say that was my advice to those guys. Just keep plugging away.
All
Don't
right.
give.
Okay. Well, but this is more referring to be- jackasses, you know, that
Oh,
that are like bad people basically,
gotcha.
you know.
Yeah, I've known a few of those.
Yeah. It's not like referring to people that are nice and just are kind of, whatever shy. It's like people that are like actively like rude to other.
Jerk.
Yeah, So,
Yeah,
yeah. Anyway,
you
um
jerk.
jerk off. No. Okay, next. Maybe that'll be one of the words. No. Okay, here we go.
That one.
Round 13. On fleek. And the example I have is, "Damn, your eyebrows are on fleek."
Uh, well, obviously, it doesn't sound good.
Okay.
Um, on fleek. Oh, good God. Uh,
Yeah, so what context do you think this word would or this term would be used in?
damn, your eyebrows are on fleek. Fleek. What the fuck does that mean? Fleek. Um, there's some banging going on in the background. Um, my house is falling down. No. On fleek. Jesus. Let me look at the sentence again. Damn, your eyebrows are on fleek. Your eyebrows are on fire? No, I'm kidding. Uh, I haven't the slightest idea, son.
Okay, well,
Do I have to come up with something?
you have to come up with something, yeah.
Um, damn it. Damn, your eyebrows are on fleek.
It's interesting that
Like,
you said on fire.
huh?
It's interesting that you said on fire.
Yeah.
Now,
Uh,
before we started recording, or no, it was while we were recording. I think. I actually don't remember. At some point in the last half hour or hour, you brought up the term fire,
yeah,
and what did that mean?
like it's definitely a word of approval.
Okay. There may or
You
may
know,
not be a connection between this word and that word.
fleek. Have your eyebrows are on fleek.
This is a stumper. All right, well
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask for a firm answer.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I
we
got
can
no.
get we can move on. What?
Huh? What?
So we
You
can
gonna
move
move
on.
on?
Yeah.
Oh,
What is your final guess?
on fire.
Just on fire, like flaming. Okay. The correct answer is extremely good, attractive, or stylish.
Fleek.
Yeah.
Who the hell came up with that?
I
Extremely.
honestly don't I don't know off the top of my head where it came from. I just know that it's a word that people use, and that's the
Yeah.
context that they use it in. Now,
Wow.
I thought that you would perceive the example that I gave in a positive way, and you would think, "Oh, that must be like a good thing because they're saying like, wow." Like, but you took it the exact opposite way. That's why I was trying that's why I was trying to give you a clue that it was related to fire, which is you in your words was a good
Oh,
thing.
I didn't pick up on that.
Okay, well, that's okay. So, unfortunately, Dad, I am going to have to give you 0 points for this one.
All right.
But that's okay
I
cuz it's just
for that.
one so far. Okay. Let's keep going. I told you these were going to get a little harder. Next up,
Go.
14. Goon.
Goon.
And the definition or the example I gave is the incel couldn't get a date, so he spent all day gooning. So what do you think this means?
And so couldn't get a date, so he spent all day gooning. Um, jerking off.
Oh, okay. You think it's
He spent the whole day jerking off. I don't know.
okay.
No, that would, I guess, huh? Um,
Well, do you think that would make sense in this context?
in that context, yeah,
Okay. Do you want to go with that?
yeah.
Okay. The correct answer is excessively masturbate. You got it.
Oh, I knew it.
You knew it. You picked up on that. You picked up on that.
Mine works. Yeah.
I figured you would probably get that one, but yeah, that's a word that a lot of I don't like, and I don't know like how long ago that started, but that's a pretty common use of that word. Like to the point where you know how the word goon used to be used for like thugs.
Yeah. Something else.
Yeah. But nowadays, like this is more so what people will use that word for than anything.
Yeah.
So
People don't say goon in the other definition and really anymore. You
no,
know, people and I sit around all the time and talk about things that people don't say anymore.
you and my uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there's it's kind of fascinating how just how language has
Comes and goes.
yeah changed over time.
Yeah.
I have a whole video about that topic on my main channel, Modern Day Slang. Go check that out. Anyway, um,
Yeah,
little
well.
plug there. Um, okay, next up. Good job on that one. Round 15. Cap. I'm curious if you've heard this one. I'm telling you, no cap. That movie was amazing.
Um, lie.
Okay, you think cap means lie to lie?
You know, like to lie. I'm telling you no lie. Like it's the truth.
Okay. Okay. You want to go with that?
Yeah.
All right. The correct answer is another word for lie or false statement. So good job. Very good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Have you heard that term before? Like cap? No?
Huh?
Have you heard that term
What?
before, cap?
No.
In that context, no? Yeah, that's
Nope.
a and another way that people will use it is like if someone thinks that you're lying, they'll say you're capping, you know? Yeah.
Interesting. The
Mhm.
only I used to know, I'm going to bust a cap in your ass,
Yeah, that
and and we used to say, um, like if somebody was making fun of somebody, we go quit capping on that guy.
interesting. Okay. I don't think I've heard the first one of those, but I never heard that the latter. That's interesting.
Well, that's bust a cap in your ass is the gangster rap stuff
Yeah.
from the
um
'80s.
right. Okay.
And
We got 5 words left. Are you ready?
okay, yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. 16. Yacht. Um
Yeah.
and the
Where'd you get
example
these?
what?
Where did you just know all these off the top of your head?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard all of these I've heard in one context or another.
You're a young guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I still feel like there's a lot of words that like people younger than me use that I'm like, what? What does that mean? You know?
I
Um,
know, right?
yeah, I'm only 23 and I'm starting to feel that way. So I can only imagine how I'm gonna feel when I'm like, like 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. But we don't have to worry about that right now.
Well, you have this. Hopefully, you'll have a son or daughter to keep you up on the latest. You know.
The latest lingo. Yeah, they can make the whatever generation that is. They can make a quiz for me for those
Yeah, what
words.
they're called.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't know if they've decided that yet in the generation naming board. Anyway, um, so yacht. The example I have is, damn, that shoddy has a nice yacht.
Hmm.
So, what are
The
you thinking?
shoddy is an extremely attractive female, right?
That is correct.
Has a nice yacht. Well, it's got to be ass, right?
Okay, you want to go with ass?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
My final answer: ass.
Okay. The correct answer is a nice buttocks or ass. So you got it.
Booty.
Yep. You picked up on that pretty good. You're doing pretty well. I mean, I guess in retrospect these aren't harder than the other ones I gave you. These are, I mean, or maybe you're just picking up on them faster because we've been doing a good amount. Who knows? Um, Next up we have bussin', and the sentence I have is this pastrami sandwich is bussin'.
um. What's delicious?
Okay, so you think this is a positive thing?
Yes.
Okay, what? Why would you think it's a positive thing?
Because I've never had a pastrami sandwich that wasn't good.
Yeah. Would you say every pastrami sandwich you had is bussin'? If that's what you think it is?
Yeah, yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay, well you're right because it means very delicious.
Pastrami sandwich, man.
Yeah, I knew that if I put pastrami sandwich that you would be turned on to that it was a good thing.
Now I just got a craving for a pastrami sandwich.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. Next up we have Stan. And the example I have is we we stan a king who is doing so well at the Gen Z slang quiz.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me read that.
Yeah, this one's a little this.
Different language, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
We stand a king who is doing well at the Gen Z slang quiz.
In this context, you would be the king.
That's right. We stand a king who is doing well at the Gen Z slang. We man, we salute.
Okay.
We no, it can't be that. Let's see.
Well, okay. Okay.
Uh,
Again, I ask you: do you think this is a positive or a or negative thing?
we. I think it's positive.
Okay. And yeah, like what? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, like what? Given the context of the sentence, like, what do you think people would? How do you think people would feel about someone who's doing well at the Gen Z slang quiz?
I don't know. Maybe they feel jealous.
Okay. But you said it was a positive thing.
Yeah, but now you got me thinking.
Okay.
Um, we. Your friends are gonna think I'm such an idiot. Uh, we.
I
Well,
think
they already know that.
I no,
Uh,
I think they're gonna think I'm an idiot for making this for you. No, I don't know. No, just kidding.
uh, um. Well, whatever. No, I'm kidding, guys. Um,
That goes out
we.
to you, Donovan. No.
Yeah, Cody. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, did you say fuck you, Cody?
No, no, no. I said this one's for you.
Oh.
Yeah, but I was joking. Cody's a good guy.
He knows. He knows.
I like.
Yeah.
Um, we stand a king who is doing so well at the Gen Z quiz. We um we let's say hate.
Oh, okay. You
Now
think
I'm
it's
thinking it's negative. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I could be way off.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. The correct answer is highly admire.
It was the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
And it might be my fault that I led you to think how you thought. But I wasn't trying to. I was trying to get you to be more specific about it.
Excuse me.
But yeah, but so a little backstory about this word. This word derives from the combination of stalker and fan, because basically this word got coined by this, essentially like, type of person who is highly involved in like the life of like a celebrity
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
to the point where they're like a stalker fan.
yeah, yeah.
And it's kind of evolved to become like, because that's kind of a weird thing. That's kind of a negative way of like referring to somebody. But it's
Right.
kind of become like I hear it used in a way to like basically say like we very much admire this person, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I get it. Right.
it's weird. It's interesting, but
Not. It's negative by nature, but the way it's being used in this context is positive.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a weird one for sure. Um, You know what? I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one charity point because you were on the way to get it, and then I kind of led you astray. So I'll give you one point, even though you got it wrong.
All right.
Okay. Next up,
Do I car if I get enough points? No. All right. Go ahead.
do you what?
I thought I wouldn't win. I just said I was saying, what do I win? Like a new car or something? If I got all, if I got all the.
Yeah. If you got 100 points, you would have won a free car, but now that's out the window. So
That's off the table.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. You'll get the consolation prize, whatever it is. We'll see.
Right.
Next up, penultimate word, gas. The example is that pastrami sandwich is gas.
Pastrami sandwich gives you gas. Let's. Um, uh,
It's worth
that
it though.
pastrami
It's worth it.
got to be good. It's got
Okay.
to be good.
Okay. Can you be more
Oh,
specific?
uh, is gas like nourishment? Like uh,
Oh, you're thinking like in terms of like gas for like a car or like some kind of machine?
yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I can't think of what else it would be.
Okay.
Delicious gas, but that's what was the other. There was the other one that with the pastrami sandwich that meant it was delicious.
Yeah, the other one was bussin', and that meant
Oh,
very
yeah.
delicious.
Well, what the hell's? I mean, gas has got to be the same thing, basically. No,
Do
or
you,
something more specific.
well, maybe it's the same thing. What do you think? Do you
I
think
think it's
do you think
like good,
you think it's very good or
good, like very good. Yeah.
okay? The correct answer is very good or delicious. So yeah,
Yeah.
you got it. You got it.
Okay, so bussin' and gas basically mean kind of the same thing.
Yeah, and I didn't give you this context about bussin', but bussin' actually derives from essentially the action of busting like a nut or like ejaculating,
Oh,
which is a
excuse me.
pleasurable feeling. So that's why bussin' means good, and yeah,
Got
yeah, and this one is I don't necessarily know why gas is. I guess maybe it's kind of like gas, like oh that's like I don't know. I don't know if it derives from anything like relating to machinery, but it's like it's just really good. I don't know.
Well, back in the when I was a kid, they used to say that used to mean it used to when if somebody said, "Man, that's a gas," that meant that it was really good. They really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh, is that right? Really?
yeah, back in like the '60s and '70s, yeah,
But they would say that's a gas.
a gas, yeah, that's a gas, yeah.
Interesting. I just hear it, and this is actually something that I didn't hear people say until like last year, and it kind of like it threw me off. I was like, I'd never heard that. But maybe it kind of derives from that usage of it. So I don't know. Interesting.
That's fire.
That's fire. Yeah, essentially the same thing. We need a million different ways to say it's good. Anyway,
Yeah,
okay, you ready for the last word?
yeah.
Okay, here we go. The last word is bussy.
Bussy.
Yeah,
That's how you.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And the example is the man had not cleaned his bussy in a while. It smelled very bad. Yeah. What do you think?
I'm gonna go out bussy tonight. No, okay. Let's.
I don't think you're gonna want
The
to be saying that after you know
yeah,
what
yeah,
the definition is.
wrong first letter. Um, X. Let's see. Example: the man had not cleaned his bussy in a while. It smelled very bad. Oh my god. Bussy. Hmm. Let's see.
I don't know how to like okay, based on the way that it's used, like what do you think it is? Like
Ass.
what?
The man had not cleaned his ass in a long time. It smelled very bad.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay.
What else could it be? A man had not cleaned his apartment. The man had not cleaned his bathroom. No, the man had not cleaned his
Well, so you're kind of making the connection that it kind of sounds like pussy, or it's spelled kind of like pussy.
It is.
At the risk of sounding derogatory.
It's like pussy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pussy.
Yeah.
I have a pussy cat right behind me.
Yeah. Maybe. Where is she?
You want to see her?
Yeah. Oh, there's a bussy right there.
I woke her
Hello.
up.
Wait, what? Wait. Hold on. You need to say that again.
I woke her up. She got mad.
She got angry bussy.
It's not a good one. It's not a good one. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Getting back to this last question. Well, it's Jesus Christ. Let me read this here. The man had. I like the sentence. The man had not cleaned his bussy in a while. Smelled very bad.
Mm-hmm. I put a lot of thought into these example sentences.
These examples, yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
See, man, and then I cleaned his bussy. Well, I gotta say ass. What the hell else? I don't know.
Okay, you want to go with ass?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Is that your final answer?
It is.
Okay. The correct answer is portmanteau of boy and pussy, effectively a man's anus. So you got it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. Good job, Dad. Yeah, I wanted to make sure you stayed thinking in that it was had to do with pussy, because it does. Yeah, it essentially is boy and pussy.
I didn't think this quiz was going to be so racy and X-rated.
Evidently, evidently, a lot of modern slang words are racy, just by nature of a lot of them are. I don't make the rules. So, yeah. So let me tally up your points here. Let's see, because you had 47 in the first 10 rounds, and now you have. Okay, you did. Yeah, so you ended. Wait a minute, I forgot. I made a little ending graphic. Well, let me ask you this. That's the quiz. So, how did you feel about that quiz, Dad?
How do I feel about how I did?
Yeah, how do you feel about how you did? How do you feel about the subject matter? Like, what are your thoughts?
Well, the quiz was cool. It was educational for me a little bit. And
did you learn some things?
I think I scored at least 90, right?
We'll see.
Math.
Well, let me just do this. So, your final score is, I'm going to tell you right now. Ready? You ended with 85 points. Which is a solid B. If this was like,
if this was a grade, it would be a B.
It would be a B, which I think is pretty good.
It wouldn't be a B plus?
No, if it would be a B plus if it was above 5, I think. Or above 6. But,
all right, B.
Yeah, just exactly in the middle of B, which I think deserves a round of applause. So very good.
Thanks.
Considering these are all words that are outside of your range of knowledge typically, you know?
I'll have you know I was a straight C student.
Hey, and you know, this is the highest honor to score well on the Gen Z slang quiz. So, the American school system cannot fathom how much meaning that it has to get a good score on this quiz. So, no. But anyway,
this quiz was approved by the American Educational Society.
That's right. Um, but yeah, that's the quiz. So thank you, Dad, for joining me for that. In your first
That was-
ever Chit Chats appearance.
yeah.
That was
Thanks for having an honor to be on Chit Chats.
yeah. I don't just let anybody on Chit Chats. So
I know
it's
it's privileged.
yeah, truly
Looking
truly
forward,
privileged.
looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah, and you can look forward to seeing the both of us in both videos on the Steve Sufi YouTube channel and potentially some videos on other Tonyverse channels coming soon.
Coming
But
up.
right now, you can definitely go to the Steve Sufi YouTube channel and see the videos for. Well, why don't you tell them? Why don't you plug your stuff?
Me and Tone, man, we're all about multimedia.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
He's a chip off the old block.
I'm Tone.
Oh, so first of all, I want to tell people about. Can I plug my radio
You
show?
can plug whatever you want.
All right, I have a. If you want to listen to some good music, youngsters, folks, tune into my show. It's called The Power Machine, and it's at kxsf.fm on the internet. And I'm on from noon to 2 p.m. on Wednesdays, and I'm on 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Mondays. That's Pacific Standard Time. I play all kinds of good shite, and check it out.
Nice.
I would appreciate it. Thank you very much for tuning in. And also, I want to plug my YouTube channel, which actually Antonio is the manager of my YouTube channel. When I have a band called Rotten Core, and when we've been recording a lot of new songs lately, and whenever I have a song ready to be published on YouTube, I send it to Junior over here, and he publishes it for me and writes all the information, and I appreciate you doing that, by the way.
Should be
Oh, anyway,
something.
the name of my band is Rotten Core, and you can see our videos and or not our videos, but you can hear our music on YouTube on my channel, Steve Sufi,
Mm-hmm.
STEVESOUFI, and
I'll link all
you
of that
can.
in the description.
I do solo music too, and Antonio has made a music video for two of my songs, and you can also see that on the Steve Sufi YouTube channel. They're very good, and we've also made behind the scenes videos for each of those.
Mm-hmm.
He put a lot of work into doing these, and they both came out very well. Very, very, very cool. Very cool. And the really cool part was that before he and I started doing this, I was thinking, man, that would be cool to be able to have a video for one of my songs.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you know, he brought it up. I was just like, cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
Yeah.
all that stuff, the Rotten Core stuff, and our videos, the videos that Antonio made on the Steve Sufi channel, and my show, The Power Machine, again, is on kxsf.fm. You can see the schedule on there and see when it is. And my DJ name is Sonic Steve.
So yeah, like my dad said, go check out all that stuff on the Steve Sufi YouTube channel. We'll have more stuff coming out in the future. And yeah, so that's where we'll call it. So thanks again, Dad, for being here. And we'll see you in the next episode of Chit Chats.
Thanks.
What?